Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Last time out I challenged myself to beat Pokemon Emerald with just one Absol. It didn't come without a couple of challenges, but overall it was an easy enough run and I was able to complete it. Today I'm setting myself the challenge of whether I can complete Pokemon Leaf Green with just one Rhyhorn. Obviously I will need to use other Pokemon for HMs, but they won't need to be used in battle. Rhyhorn is a ground and rock type Pokemon whose best stat lie in attack and defense, but has very low speed and both special stats which will become very apparent in some of the gym battles. In terms of a moveset, Rhyhorn only learns 2 stab moves by levelling up, and they are until levels 29 and 52 respectively, and therefore I will rely on TMs for a large portion of this run. I am certain I can complete this run, but it will be a lot harder than the Absol run and will truly test my abilities as a Pokemon challenger. To begin, I had to face my rival, who I named Gary as I couldn't think of anything else and it seemed the most reasonable choice. The fight, however, was incredibly easy as both Pokemon only know normal type moves at this point, and Rhyhorn resists normal type moves, so he ended up sweeping Charmander in just 3 horn attacks. Next up was the rock type gym. My biggest concern with this fight wasn't whether I was going to be able to complete it or not, but in fact how long it was going to take, as rock type Pokemon generally have very high defences and normal type moves aren't very effective, to which, at that point, this is the only moves that they know. After spamming both of my attacks, I eventually took down Geodude, and it was down to the Onix. Unfortunately, I ran out of attacking move PP fairly quickly, and I was unable to do anything, and the battle was over. Second time around, and this time after defeating Brock's Geodude, I went to use Tail Whip on the Onix so I could do as much damage as possible once I finally attack. Once that did happen, it didn't do loads of damage, but it did enough that after enough attacks, the battle was over and I had won the first gym badge. After making my way through Mount Moon, I ran into my rival Gary. His Pokemon are decently levelled, even with a Charmander that hasn't been evolved for some reason. This battle could have given some issues. However, my type advantage led to an easy sweep, and the battle was over. Next up was the Water type gym. Going into this challenge, I was most worried about this battle and one other gym later on. I was expecting to be able to take on the Staryu and struggle on the Starmie, but this battle started with one Water Pulse and my Rhyhorn was taken out. I'm going to have to do a lot of grinding to win this one. In preparation for a rematch, I went to the SSN and took on a load of trainers including my rival. His Pokemon were only slightly better than last time though, and it led to another easy fight and a sweep for all his Pokemon with rock type moves. I went into the gym battle again at level 33 to see how I would do, and I managed to set on the Staryu, but Starmie would one shot every single time I tried at this level up, and I couldn't do it until even at level 40. My main concern about this wasn't would I be able to win this, as I knew I would eventually because I wasn't getting one shot anymore. It was what the grass type gym was going to be like. I'm going to have to do a lot of grinding on this run. Eventually, at level 43, I was able to take down the Starmie and the battle was over. I'm ready for an easier gym battle, which thankfully the third gym should definitely be. After rummaging through trash cans for about 5 minutes, I found 2 correct cans in a row and I was able to go on to fight Lieutenant Surge. After previously mentioned, this battle would be a lot easier than the previous one and in my opinion was a well earned one after the troubles of the previous gym battles. At this point now, I had made it to Lavender Town and began to go through the Pokemon Tower when I ran into my rival Gary again. This time around they had us develop his team further, adding a Gyarados to his arsenal. This battle was harder than the previous rival battles I had with Gary, but the level difference allowed for a sweep of his Pokemon with Rhyhorn. Before I can carry on through the Pokemon Tower though, I'm going to need to head to Celadon City to get the Silph Scope and take on the 4th gym as well. Once I got to Celadon City, before trying to get the Silph Scope to carry on the story, I went to Celadon City Gym to take on what I thought was going to be the most difficult challenge of this entire run, but I thought it was worth a go as I had got to a decent level at this point. Erika begins with the strongest Pokemon, Victory Bell, who can one-shot me with a Giga Drain, but fortunately I outspeed it and therefore I'm going to keep trying until I can land a Horn Drill and one-hit KO it. On the third attempt I managed to land a Horn Drill, taking out the Victory Bell. Next up was Vileplume. I landed a Rock Tomb which took it down to the orange health, but it was one-shot me in return, meaning that I need to go to do more grinding. I grinded to level 50 and was able to one-hit the Victory Bell with a critical hit, and next was the Vileplume again. I got down to red health with one Rock Tomb, but unfortunately it paralysed me and I healed and I was unable to finish it off. One more grind got Rhyhorn to level 52 where he learned Earthquake, which should be strong enough to carry me through this battle. This battle started well with a crit landing on Victory Bell, taking me on to Vileplume. Thankfully, Vileplume was also a one hit with an Earthquake and was taken down, leaving Erika's weakest of the three, Tangler, who was also a one hit, and this battle was finally over. As much as this was a pain and a hell of a grind to get to this point, it set me up very well for the rest of this game, and there shouldn't be any more challenges as hard as that and the Water Gym. This is it for part 1 of this challenge of whether I can beat Pokemon Leaf Green with just one Rhyhorn. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for future challenges, let me know via my Twitter or in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and also don't forget to like and subscribe so you know when part 2 comes out. Cheers.